So the next question is, how do therapy dogs help youth? I know this is a broad question, but
It's amazing. So I've been doing this role for 5 years, and I actually was just writing up a story the other day about a kid and one that we had interacted with when I had a therapy dog with me at one point when I had Daisy, which was our previous therapy dog. And he was really shy. He was doing the reading program. He was diagnosed with autism, and he, his whole life you could just tell that people had judged him. Had made some preconceived notions about him the moment he walked in the room. And so he was shy and he was a little shut down. And, the dog does the work, right? I just sit there and I advocate for my dog, but my dog was doing the work that day. And Daisy was, sitting with him, and she climbed up onto his lap and curled into his lap. And he just sat down and he put his book down and he looked at me and he goes, "She doesn't care, does she?" And I said, "Care about what?" And he said, "She doesn't care that I'm different." And I was like, oh my, and it just like my heart. And I said, right. I said, "She loves you, buddy, no matter what." And and it was just that light bulb moment. Like some kids, that's what it takes. It doesn't take me as another person there. It doesn't take, a teacher, or it takes somebody or some being to be able to give them that unconditional love. So, that's an anecdotal story. There's so much science that back this, that it's beneficial. It releases all what we call the warm fuzzies, right? So, the good hormones. And so serotonin and, all those good warm fuzzies that we need and that we don't get enough of a lot anymore. And so especially when you physically pet a dog, it releases all those great hormones. And so just from the fact, first off, seeing the dog releases some, interacting with the dog releases some, touching the dog releases them. So all of those things just result in a good, happy experience. And he's giving me a high five. I talk with my hand and he's trained to give me high fives. So when I talk with my hand, he starts high fiving me. But yeah, and he really wants to be in front of the camera. He does virtual visits with us. And so he's like, I'm supposed to be sitting
closer to the
yeah, look at that. But yeah, so it does all of that. We also work with kids that are in the hospital, and they're very lonely and they're very scared, a lot of them. And so again, we're just bringing this really compassionate presence to an otherwise really scary experience. Here, you want to sit over here, bud? We're gonna see if he'll sit there for a little bit. We'll see if that